So we're sat down here in the Priory Undercrofts, and I'm here with Mr. David Sheppard. Mr. or Doctor?
Doctor.
Dr. David Sheppard. And David came in to see us in the Priory Visitor Centre recently to tell us a story that he was told when he was young. And David, I just want to hand it over to you to regale that story.
Thank you, Paul. In about 1955, when I was a small lad, our family knew an old gentleman called Mr. Elliot, who was about the same age as I am now. And he told a story that when he was a young lad, the family lived in number 9 to 11 Priory Row, which turns out to be true, and that he and a pal went down to investigate when they were rebuilding the cellars under one of the buildings, not quite sure which one, and they squeezed through a small gap, small enough for a child to get through but not an adult, and beyond that they discovered a chamber containing the tombs of Godiva and Leofric. So that is the story basically, and as far as we've been able to check, he did live there, and
the Elliots did live there. I know the Elliots family did there. They're not the Elliots to do with Elliots car accessories, but Martin Phillips from Heritage England did some research on all the people that lived on Priory Row, and we know that the Elliot family lived at there.
From about the 1890s till 1910.
That's right. Yes. That's right. So this was in 1955, and you would have been how old? When I was about 8 or something.
And
this was a story that was told to you, your mum and dad, and you and your sister?
My sister as well. I've checked with her recently, and her recollection is the same as mine.
She remembers it as well?
Remembers the same story.
And have you any idea how old Mr. Elliot would have been when he told you this story?
Well, I think it's probably about 70 or something.
Okay.
I think, not quite sure which Mr. Elliot it was, because in those days we didn't know Christian names, we just
Mr. Elliot.
Mr.
It's
Elliot.
Mr. Elliot.
But I think from looking at the census record, it was probably Frank.
Okay.
Elliot.
Okay.
And he was a gentleman. He was a church-going gentleman, very sober.
Yes.
In all senses of the word. So
yes.
Not the sort to make up a story like that.
Okay.
At the pub.
And that's the reason why we're going to go and have a look and see what we can find, because the cellar restoration, and I've been down in the cellars, and the cellars are very unusual, the shapings, how they're laid out and everything. So God willing, and Godiva's name was Godgyfu, so yes. God willing and Godgyfu, we shall discover what we think is underneath the streets of number 9 and number 11 Priory Row. But thank you, David, for coming and telling us the story.
Thank you for giving us
Thank you, Phil, from Priory Visitor Centre. And we'll be doing this on the 12th and 13th of January 2019, which incidentally would be the 20th anniversary of when, or not the 20th, it's the anniversary weekend of when Time Team came back to Coventry for a second time. And the two people that will be coming and looking at the walls are people that were involved with Time Team, or they're friends of the people involved in Time Team. So when we get to 2021, it will be the 20th anniversary of Time Team coming back here a second time. So by having a look in 19, it will be the 18th anniversary of when Time Team were here. So who knows, Coventry? It could be a whole new Time Team thing. And thanks to David for coming and sharing it with us, and we'll let you know after we've done our excavations, but this is just for private collection at this moment in time.
Yes.
Okay, God bless you. Cheers.